Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you all are fine. Let us start the class with the subject Social Science Geography Part Lesson 5 Water. What is water? Water is one of the most important natural resources which all vital component of the environment use in their day-to-day life to perform essential life function. Let's talk about the water cycle. What is water cycle? Water cycle is the process by which water continually changes its form and circulate between ocean, atmosphere and land is known as the water cycle. As we all know, the rainwater that we receive from the clouds is the evaporations of the water that is present in the ocean, seas and lakes and the other kinds of major water bodies. This process by which the water evaporates from ocean, sea, lake and other water bodies reaches the clouds that leads to its formations and pull back by gravitational force of the earth is known as rainwater. Water can be divided into three parts. They are evaporation, condensation and precipitation. Let me speak about evaporation. What is evaporation? Evaporation is the process of a substance in a liquid state changing to a gaseous state due to increase in temperature and pressure. It is a fundamental part of water cycle and is constantly occurring throughout the nature. For example, sweating. Next, condensation. What is condensation? Condensation is the change of water form, its gaseous form into a liquid water. Condensation generally occurs in the atmosphere when warm air rises, cool and loses its capacity to hold water. As a result, excess water vapor condenses to form cloud droplets. For example, in the summer season, after working under the sun, when we feel thirsty, after reaching home, when we take a cold water bottle from the refrigerator, we notice small droplets of the water outside the bottle. Where these water droplets come from? This happens due to phenomenon or condensation. Now let us speak about precipitation. What is precipitation? Precipitation is any form of liquid or solid water particles that falls from the atmosphere and reaches the surface of the earth. For example, rain, sleet, hail, etc. We have learned about evaporation, condensation and precipitation. It is important to learn about the sources of water. Major sources of fresh water are river, pond, spring and glacier. We all know that fresh water is the unpolluted water we receive from the water bodies like river, pond, spring and glacier. Glaciers are large chunks of ice present in the mountainous region of the earth. When this glacier melt, they take the form of river and flow to the different states and cities. The ocean bodies and the sea contain salty water, which is not fit for drinking or the direct use. The water in the ocean is salty or saline as it contains large amount of dissolved salt in it. Most of the salt is sodium chloride or the common salt table. March 22 is celebrated as World Water Day. Next, we move on to water conservation. What is water conservation? Water conservation is the practice of using water efficiently to reduce unnecessary water uses. Now, why water conservation is important to us? Water conservation is important to us because it keeps water pure and clean while protecting the environment. As every individual depends on water for their livelihood, we must learn how to keep our limited supply of pure water and away from pollution. Here there are some steps of water conservation. Practice rainwater harvesting. Avoid wastage of water at home. Use rainwater to water the plant. Never throw water away. Use it for some other purposes. Spread awareness among people. Now let's talk about the waves. What is waves? When the water on the surface of the ocean rises and falls one after the other, they are called waves. Waves are formed when gentle wind scrapes across ocean surface. The stronger wind blows, the bigger waves are formed. When the wind is gentle over the surface of the water, it leads to the formation of gentle waves. And when the stronger wind blows, the waves become bigger in size. During a storm, the wind blowing in very high speed and form huge waves. As you already know, due to the high speeds of the wind blowing on the surface of the water, it would lead to the formation of huge waves. Earthquake or the volcanic eruption or underwater landslide can shift a large amount of ocean water. As you already know, earthquakes are the movement of the tectonic plates present beneath the earth's surface. When these tectonic plates are underwater, landslides are caused. They lead to the movement of the large amount of ocean water on the surface, thereby leading to the formations of huge tidal waves with height of about 15 meters, and such huge tidal waves that occurs in the ocean known as tsunami. Tsunami have high destructive power. They not only destroy the settlement nearby, but they can have a larger and a wider impact. Tsunami waves travel at a speed of more than 700 km per hour. So you can understand that it can travel a larger distance in 1 hour. Let me discuss about the tides. What is tide? Tides are the rhythmic rise and fall of ocean water which take place twice in a day. Tides are of two types, high tide and low tides. High tide again divided into two types. They are spring tide and neap tide. Tide causes due to the gravitational pull of the sun and the moon. Now we will discuss about spring tide. During full moon day or new moon day, the sun, the moon and the earth are in the same line. As we know that the tides are the highest, that these tides are called spring tide. Next we will discuss about neap tide. What is neap tides? Neap tides are when moon is in its first and last quarter, the ocean gets drawn is diagonally opposite direction by the gravitational pull of sun and the earth in the low tides. These tides are called neap tides. The uses of tides. What are the uses of tides? High tide helps in navigation. They raise the water level close to the shore, which helps ships to arrive at the harbor more easily. The high tides are also helpful in the case of fishing. Many more fishers come closer to the shore during the high tides, which help the fishermen to catch fish easily. The rise and the fall of water due to the tides are used to generate electricity in some places. So tides are quite important to us. Next, we will discuss about the ocean current. What is ocean current? Ocean current are the streams of water flowing constantly on the ocean surface in a definite direction. Ocean currents are of two types. They are warm ocean current and cold ocean current. Warm ocean currents occur near the equator and moves toward the poles. For example, Gulf Stream. Next is cold ocean current. What are cold ocean current? Cold ocean current carry water from polar or high altitude to tropical or lower altitude, unlike the warm ocean current. So, cold ocean current reflects from the polar region, north and south pole towards the lower latitude region. Example of cold ocean current are Labrador current. Area where warm and cold ocean current meets provide not only the best fishing ground and it experience foggy weather, making it difficult for navigation and vision purposes. So, lastly, I have completed the chapter. I hope you have understood that lesson. Meet you in the next class. Thank you.